What's up, everybody? Music driver, otherwise known as Chris, if you didn't know. Uh, Decided to have a little fun with my little preview pick thing. And I just wanted to do a little update. I said I was going to come back on later, and it is later, and I'm probably about to head home because I got to get to my job in the morning. So it has been pretty dead, unfortunately. The Postmates order. The first thing I wanted to say about the Postmates order at Bricktops. Hi, darling. My wife she must be bored. She's watching me live. But anyway, I had that order at Bricktops, and it was $116.90. And it's funny because I guess Postmates has a security feature thing built in where it thinks you've made a mistake if it's $116. It asked me if I keyed it in correctly, and I was like, yes. And then I took a picture of the receipt, which you have to do because when you're paying for it, they give you a little card that they swipe and stuff. And then I entered the shot, and then it asked me again. It said, "Are you sure you charged $116.90 on behalf of the customer?" I was like, yes, I did. So it was a $117 order. The guy ended up being really, really nice. It was in a really ritzy part of town is where I delivered it to. Over in the west side of town. I'm hoping it would give me a good tip because they base it off the order amount. And if it was $117, if they do the suggested 20%, that could end up being like a $23 tip. Well, I'm sorry if you want Chinese. I don't deliver to Fairview or wherever you are. Anyway, sorry, that's my wife. Anyway, I guess she's got to interrupt my live stream. Anyway, I thought I'd update you guys on the $117 order. That's actually probably the biggest order I think I've ever gotten on Postmates. Probably. Anyway, I've had a few rides here and there. Lyft. I had a Lyft XL, regular Lyft, a couple of regular Lyfts actually, I guess, and a regular Uber X. And Uber XL so far. Had a couple of Postmates orders. Actually, I think I only had that one Postmates order. I had two Postmates orders. That's right. I had two Postmates orders, and then I had an Uber Eats order. That at the time I took it because it was a 1.5 boost. But the boost died, and therefore I switched back to passengers because there's no point in taking Uber Eats only if there's no boost on it. Even though it does pay a little bit higher than X. So, which, by the way, if you didn't know that, it does. It pays a little bit higher than Uber X to do Uber Eats. But, so I am currently, I just had somebody cancel on me just as I was driving up to them at 12 South Tap Room. So, Katie, if you're out there, I don't appreciate it. But anyway, no, I literally was about to turn onto 12 South. I was less than a quarter of a mile from her, and it canceled, and it was under the 2 minutes, so I didn't even get a cancellation fee. So my guess is that she ordered an Uber and a Lyft at the exact same time, and she couldn't have had to wait long for either one, as slow as it is tonight, as many drivers as there are. I don't know what's going on down here on Broadway, but there's a whole bunch of cop cars, lights on and stuff. Anyway, so it seemed like it was picking up there for a bit, but it's 9:45. I'm making a sweep through downtown, so I may get a request and it may knock me offline. I'll let you know what happened afterwards if it does. But I'm having a feeling it's not going to. It's not terribly busy down here, it doesn't look like. Not a whole lot of people down here milling around or anything. There's no real concerts or events going on tonight, so it's kind of dead in town. There are a couple of big conventions, like 6,000 people conventions, and there's these huge anchor transportation buses that are just like coming up to Jason Aldean's and just coming up and turning, and they got cops directing traffic. That's what that is, I guess, these lights flashing. But anyway, so I'm sitting right on Broadway, at Broadway and 4th, right across from Honky Tonk Central, and nothing so far. So probably gonna call it a night here in a second, because I actually did get a decent tip. I got a Lyft XL, and it was only 4 people actually. That happens sometimes. And I picked them up from a bar over in Green Hills area and took them to their home on Hillsboro. was only an $8 ride, but they tipped me $10, so that was nice. So that was a nice little addition for the night. So I got $18 for like maybe a 5-minute ride, so that was good. But other than that, I've had a pizza order from Michelangelo's Pizza. That was the Uber Eats that I had, and then immediately after that I got that Lyft XL. Actually, as I was pulling up to drop off the pizza, I got the Uber XL, so I went ahead and took it because I knew I was dropping off. Overall, decent night so far. Not decent, but I mean better than nothing, I guess. So I'm probably going to put my destination filters on here shortly and head to the house because I got to be up early tomorrow to go to work at my day job. So I don't know, kind of another dead night. It'll start to pick up more towards the spring, but I feel like we have a lot of seasonal drivers that are still driving. I'm not sure why, because they can't be making a whole lot of money with all the other seasonal drivers that are out, and as slow as it is, they can't be making that much money. So I don't know why they're still holding on. So okay, well, I'm sorry that you're dissatisfied, viewer, but I didn't even look at, I haven't had a chance to look at the comments on the last video. Matter of fact, I didn't see any comments on the last video. I'm not sure if the live stream saves the comments. I didn't even see you on the last video. So, but anyway, I don't know what content you suggested, but I've got some ideas about some content to put up as soon as I get my website thing figured out. That's kind of annoying that somebody bought MusicCityDriver.com, so I'm gonna have to switch to like MusicCityDriver.net, I think. So, oh well, c'est la vie, right? So I shouldn't have let it lapse. It was my fault. I just totally, oh my God, my wife's talking about my awesomeness. Okay, my wife is totally awesome, and she does caregiving at night, which is a very valuable service, and doesn't get a lot of recognition, but they put up with a lot. So anyway, so if you guys have any suggestions for anything, you own it, you'll sell it to me. You bought it. Apparently they said whoever it is has a bunch of emails going to it or something, which is interesting. So are you serious? You did buy it? Because if it's more than $18, I won't be buying it from you. Sorry, because I'll just switch to .net. It doesn't bother me that much. It's not like I have a huge amount of traffic going to a website or something. Really? Yeah, because it was like $17.99 for I think it is on SiteGround, I think is what I went to. It was on GoDaddy, but I just got tired of the GoDaddy hosting and stuff. Actually, I went with HostGator on the hosting, but GoDaddy I got the domain register. Well, dang, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be nice. Like I said, I had it up at one time, but I never really did anything with my website. It kind of sucked, so I'm going to change that very shortly here. Man, what is going on down here? Are you a local driver, Wolf King? And by the way, thank you for joining to watch. As you can see, the blue lights are on my face here. It's not because I'm being pulled over. It's because there's something going on. The hell? I don't know what's going on over here, actually. So this is 3rd Avenue. I don't know what's going on over here. Oh my Lord. My wife needs to get off of there. Wow. Okay. There's like some crime scene tape. I don't know what's going on over there. It's like between, so they have 3rd Avenue South shut down between Commerce and Broadway. And there's police officers standing there talking to somebody or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if a crime happened or what. But very odd. Very strange. But man, I really would appreciate it. I will buy it from you, actually. I mean, you had to buy it yourself. But like I said, I'll just whatever you paid for it, I'll definitely reimburse you for it, because like I said, I would like to have musiccity.com, musiccitydriver.com, if possible. Like I said, I let it lapse. It was my fault, totally my fault. I totally let it lapse, and I was just like, I'm not getting any hits on it anyway. But I recently got some new ideas, and I want to put them on my website, so I definitely got to get it up. I've already purchased hosting for a year, so I just got to get my domain again. But like I said, I can get .net. That's not an issue either. It's like $18 for a year for a .net. But, and I might share some of the things I do with this. We'll see. I've got some plans. Don't know how well they'll pan out or not, but you know, it's kind of dead out, so I think I'm gonna head home. It's about an 11-minute video. Thanks guys for hanging in there. Yeah, .com is definitely going to be better, that's for sure. .net is kind of an odd extension. Wow. Sorry, I just saw a Lyft car that was like, looked like somebody had ran into it or something. It was pretty dented up. I'm just like, wow. You know, it's interesting, some of the comments I get from people who are passengers is that they always come in and they comment that my vehicle smells good, I guess, because I try to keep it fresh. I try to keep it aired out and vacuumed, and every once in a while, especially when I've been carrying some drunk people around, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this before, but when you carry drunk people around, especially like 6 of them like I get in these XL rides, it starts to smell like a brewery in your car, and I don't want that. Because if I ever get pulled over, I don't want an officer to think that I've been drinking because of the smell. But it's just people's, I guess it's just coming out of their pores and out of their breath when they're breathing. That's why the breathalyzer, you know, right? So it smells like alcohol, just like permeating the air, and it's just like, dear God, if I don't air it out enough. In fact, when it's been busy, like busy season, like in the summertime, like when there's bachelorette parties back to back to back all night long, the next day, even if I air it out a little bit, if I don't air it out enough, it still smells like it the next day, and it's horrible. It's crazy. But anyway, they were talking about how bad some of these drivers' cars smell. I do not smoke in my vehicle. I don't smoke, period, actually. But they talk about smoky vehicles, and they talked about this one guy that I felt like, man, what in the world, you know? I guess it was like a body odor smell, but they were afraid. This is how bad it was. They were afraid that they were going to smell like this guy's car when they left the car. That's how bad it was. But it's just crazy. I don't know. I don't understand how people can go to drive people around and their cars are nasty on the inside. They smell, everything, you know. By the way, Wolf King, I totally spaced. If you want to drop me a line on what is that face for? Anyway, if you want to drop me a line on musiccitydriver@gmail.com, that'll be cool. Yeah, we definitely could meet up at some point. It's kind of crazy right now, but it's not that busy right now. So Franklin's actually a really good place sometimes to get rides from. I can't see what that face is, but anyway, my wife's making little emoji faces on the chat section. She's probably mad because I'm talking about smokers, because she is a smoker. But yeah, musiccitydriver@gmail.com, Wolf King. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Like I said, I will definitely, we can meet up sometime for, I don't know, coffee or, God. Some of the streets in Nashville have gotten freaking horrible. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but it's just like riding over a washboard sometimes. I guess the traffic is just tearing the streets to pieces. It's crazy. But anyway, probably going to get off of here. I'm going to come up with some good video ideas. Not just, like I said, Money Monday is a cool thing. I mean, it kind of gives people an idea of how much you're making but I feel like it also helped to oversaturate the market a little bit, which is something I really didn't intend to do. It's kind of unintended consequences, you know. The road to hell is paved with good intentions kind of thing. I feel like sometimes, and it's, you know, and I've always stated at the first of my Money Mondays that I drive XL, so my earnings may be markedly different from a regular Lyft and Uber X driver. Doing Lyft XL and Uber XL. But, you know, a lot of people like to see that. A lot of people like to see the earnings. They like to see how many rides I've been taking on Lyft and Uber. And now that I've added in deliveries, they might like to add to see what the delivery charges and how much the tips are and all that stuff. And I'm really kind of waiting with bated breath to see how much this Brick Tops will tip, if anything. I mean, the guy was really super nice. He had a stormtrooper on his porch too, so how bad can he be? He's got a stormtrooper on his porch. It was funny because he made a joke about it, right? He said, because I could see it when I was walking up, I could see it on the glass of his front window, and it was in the corner of his porch. It's like just stormtrooper standing there with his blaster, you know. And I was like, oh, it's a pretty cool stormtrooper. And he's like, thanks, man. He's like, yeah, ever since the Empire fell, these guys are working for nothing. That was a pretty good joke. So the guy was really nice. Like I said, hopefully he's nice enough to tip me well. We'll see. I've been impressed with the tips on Postmates, though. I have to say, not only is the rate of tipping pretty exceptional compared to Lyft and Uber, like we're talking 70 to 80% range, but they tip usually pretty well, 15 to 20%, like just like they were going out to a restaurant, which in my opinion that's how they should tip, because they're not going to the restaurants, they're not, you know, they're paying extra to have it delivered, yes, but then they also need to tip the person who's bringing them the food too. So phone is getting warm. Some features limited while phone cools down. Wow, interesting. This new Pixel I've got, it must be getting hot. Send them our tire bill. What? You're talking about send them our tire bill. What are you talking about? I don't know. Anyway, my wife's sending random comments and throwing me off here. So I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, well, yeah. Metro does need to fix these roads big time. With all the tax revenue that's coming in here from all these tourists and stuff, they should have plenty of money in the coffers to fix the roads. Anyway, guys, I'm cruising real slow down Broadway, West End actually technically now, because I'm over by Vandy. Hello, 2525 West End. Hello, Centennial Park. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because it seems to have died for good. I went all the way through downtown with Uber and Lyft both on and Postmates on and didn't get a single request, so I think it's pretty much officially dead for me for the night. Didn't make my goal of $100 tonight, but I got closer than I thought I would, so we'll try it all over again tomorrow. I'm gonna see if there's any good events in town or anything. I don't think there's any real big events going on in town at all, but there are some conventions in town, I think. So anyway, guys, thank you everybody who tuned in, and I really appreciate it. If you like this content, which I know is a little long-winded, it was 18 minutes, a really long live stream here, but if you enjoy this content, then please comment below. Please like, comment, and share, and click on that little bell, the silly looking bell, the notifications bell down there, just so you'll know when I'm doing a live stream or when I'm doing a video that I've recorded. I may try to get a little fancier with videos now, maybe editing, I don't know. I'm gonna try my hand at it. I've never really done it much before, so it's something I'm gonna have to learn, but I'm always up to learn a new skill. So anyway, guys, I'm headed out, signing out. Music City Driver once again. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. Hopefully the comments will show up after the live stream ends, because I looked earlier and there were none, but I know I saw some. So anyway, guys, have a great night. If you're out driving, please be safe, please be careful, please be conscientious. And look, of course I get a Postmates. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out.